Some women don't chase. They don't explain. They don't demand closure. And yet they are never forgotten. Not because they were loud, but because they left quietly, taking their warmth, their attention, their emotional gravity with them. What remains behind is not peace. It is a hollow echo that follows him into rooms where nothing is said, but everything is felt. In Jungian psychology, the psyche is not disturbed by what is known. It is disturbed by what is unresolved. Rejection can be named. It can be argued with, defended against, reshaped into pride. But silence offers no shape. Silence refuses the ego its favorite weapon, explanation. And so the mind begins to circle itself, searching for meaning where none is given. The archetypal woman in this story is not cruel. She is not strategic in the way the wounded imagine strategy. She is simply complete enough to withdraw when something no longer honors her inner order. When she stops speaking, it is not punishment. It is alignment. And alignment is deeply unsettling to a psyche still dependent on external validation. The man, meanwhile, experiences something he cannot easily confess. His ego tells him he has been abandoned. His shadow knows something else has happened. In Jungian terms, the anima, the inner feminine through which a man relates to emotion, intimacy, and meaning has been activated and then removed. Her silence does not reject him as a person. It rejects the false self he was performing through. This is where the haunting begins. Rejection wounds the surface. Silence penetrates the depths. When a woman argues, explains, or pleads, she remains psychologically present. The bond, even if painful, stays alive. But when she becomes still, something more terrifying occurs. Projection collapses. The man is left alone with his own unconscious material. The questions he avoided now speak in her absence. At first, he tells himself it doesn't matter. Stoic detachment appears on the surface. Distraction replaces reflection. Work becomes louder. Desire seeks substitutes. But the psyche does not forget what the ego refuses to process. At night, when defenses soften, her absence becomes symbolic. Not as a person, but as a mirror that once reflected parts of him he never learned to integrate. This is the first turning point. He realizes the ache is not about losing her voice. It is about losing access to how he felt when she was present. Her silence has withdrawn emotional regulation he outsourced to her. And now the nervous system, accustomed to her emotional attunement, enters withdrawal. Trauma psychology recognizes this as attachment rupture, but Jung would call it something older, confrontation with the shadow. The shadow does not scream, it waits. In the quiet, it asks questions no one taught him to answer. Why did her presence feel stabilizing? Why did her absence feel like disorientation? Why did silence feel heavier than anger ever did? The second turning point arrives when memory begins to